Hi, I'm Ramon. I'm a senior software engineer, and today I'm going to give you an overview of 3 powerful ways that you can summarize and search for information on real estate using large language models like ChatGPT and Google's Bard. Let's say you or your client has a question about a home. For example, what's the neighborhood? What's the zoning regulation? What's the short-term rentals? Is there flooding? Is there fire risk? Usually large language models can answer these questions much faster than ever before. Let's say you were looking at 216 Yerba Buena Avenue in San Francisco, a home that's currently for sale, and want to know a little bit more information about it. I'm going to ask Google's Bard, what is the neighborhood of this home? And it actually gave me the right result. It's in Monterey Heights. It continued with relevant information about Monterey Heights and what kind of neighborhood it is. That result was pretty good for neighborhood information. But let's ask something a little bit more advanced. Let's say I'm a home buyer who just moved to California and I'm nervous about the fire risk. One thing I can ask is this home in an area that has a high fire risk? And interesting, it gives me a very accurate response. It tells me that the home is in a moderate fire risk area. In general, the home shouldn't be affected by wildfires, but it's good to know that the neighborhood is surrounded by many hills. The home itself is made out of wood, which obviously is susceptible to fires. Yet it's good to know that the home was recently renovated and has many fire safety features. It even goes so far as to tell me what are some ways that I can reduce my fire risk. I can ask a similar question about the flood risk, and Bard tells me that the home has a very minimal flood risk. It goes on to provide even more context that the home is in a coastal area and I should watch out for storm surges and flash flooding. Another really powerful way these large language models can be used is to get comparable information about a home. So next I'm going to see if I can find comparable homes to a condo in Oakland, California, listed for $495,000 and around 905 square feet. So I'm going to ask the following prompt. Find me the 10 most comparable condos to 65 Madison Street, apartment 105, Oakland, California, with similar square footage, 2 beds, 2 baths, and a similar sales price. That actually gives me back some really good results. All of them had 2 beds, 2 baths, just like I asked. They were 900 square feet, and they were on the price point of $500,000 to $600,000. I'm even provided a link to Trulia or Redfin where I can quickly find more information about the property. I think the fact that these language models can answer these types of questions so well is really mind-blowing. Let's say you want to look up homes by a very specific feature, for example, a pool. We can look up all the homes in Walnut Creek, California that have a pool and quickly see a list of results. And we're even told that there's a lot of homes in Walnut Creek that have pools. And if we click on the link to these homes, we'll actually see that in the photos, all these homes have pools. Pretty fascinating for a tool that isn't real estate specific like Realtor.com or Zillow. So finally, one of the ways I think these large language models can save you the most time is when examining very large PDFs. You might have to look at HOA rules and regulations, various home inspections. There's a tool called ChatPDF that uses ChatGPT under the hood. You can just give it a link to any PDF and it'll quickly be able to summarize information about this PDF. ChatPDF is free to use and I recommend you check it out. For this example, I'm using a dummy home inspection I found online. The first question I'm going to ask is if there were any issues found with the home. And I get the response back. Yes, the inspection report lists several issues found with the home, including a damaged/missing rear exterior outlet cover plate, an inoperable living room ceiling fan, loose/damaged tracks, and dirty windows in the living room and kitchen, damaged window screens, and cracked deteriorated interior window caulking. The report also notes creaking floors near the master bedroom closets and a white buildup on the glass of the fireplace that requires servicing and inspection/repair before using for safety. Pretty cool that it was able to just summarize that for me so quickly. So now let's ask a very specific question from the home report. I want to ask if there's any issues with air conditioning because I know there was. Let's see if ChatPDF is able to recognize this. The response we get is yes, the inspection report notes that the air conditioner was not level and that the refrigeration line condensation appeared to be leaking onto the furnace. The report recommends cleaning, servicing, and inspecting the air conditioner before the inspection objection deadline. So from the summary of the home inspection, we know there was an issue with the fireplace. Let's ask a question very specific to that. Were there any issues with the fireplace itself? It looks like we also get back the right answer in this case. Yes, the inspection report notes that there was a white buildup visible on the glass of the fireplace. The report recommends that the fireplace should be serviced and inspected/repaired before use for safety. So finally, in the home inspection, we also see an issue with the radon levels. I'm not exactly too sure what this is, but let's ask about it. Were the radon levels found to be abnormally high? So the answer we get back is correct. Yes, the inspection report includes a section on radon testing, which shows that the average radon level was above 3.9 pci/L. The report recommends that the house be mitigated for radon using the AARST guidelines. So that's pretty good to know that the radon levels are too high. But as a homeowner, I have no idea if this is something I should be super concerned about or normal. So I'll ask the question, what is radon? Is it something I should be concerned about? And I get the answer, radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that can be harmful to human health when it accumulates in enclosed spaces. It is odorless, colorless, and tasteless, so it cannot be detected without specialized testing equipment. Therefore, it is recommended to test for radon in home and take appropriate measures to mitigate high levels if found. Pretty cool that it's able to answer context-specific questions for me, even if they're not found in the PDF. Another way we can use ChatPDF is to summarize HOA documents for us. Let's ask ChatPDF to summarize this example covenants, conditions, and restrictions document I found online. So ask, give me a summary of this document, and it answers pretty well. It's able to tell me that the first restated declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions of Camino Village Homeowners Association is a legal document that outlines the rules and regulations for homeowners in the Camino Village community. It covers topics such as property use, maintenance, and architectural guidelines. This document also establishes the roles and responsibilities of the association's board of directors, committees, and members. Homeowners are required to comply with these rules in order to maintain a harmonious living environment within the community. Let's say I wanted more information on the architectural guidelines. We can ask, what are the architectural guidelines? And the answer we get back is pretty good. The architectural guidelines are a set of rules and standards that govern the design, construction, and modification of buildings and structures within the Camino Village community. These guidelines are established by the Architectural Committee, which is responsible for reviewing and approving all proposed changes in the exterior appearance of homes and other structures. The guidelines cover topics such as building materials, colors, landscaping, and signage. Homeowners must obtain approval from architectural committees before making any change to their property that would affect its exterior appearance. Let's say I was a potential homeowner who is concerned about fencing. Let's ask a question about if there's any specific information about fencing. Yes, there are rules around fences in the Camino Village community. According to Section 2.6 of the First Restated Declaration of Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions, any wall or fence built on the dividing line between lots will constitute a party wall. The general rules of laws regarding party walls and liability for the property damage due to negligence or willful acts or omissions will apply thereto. Additionally, any proposed changes to fences must be submitted to the Architectural Committee for approval in accordance with the criteria set forth in Section 4.3b. So imagine, this is a very contrived example, but if you really wanted to get the answer to anything, you could pretty much look it up and get a quick summary and double check later. Let's say you had a question about any specific rule. You could ask for information about that rule and also ask it to source or provide you a page number for where it's getting its information. Another question that's often on a home buyer's minds when they're looking for a home is, for example, are short-term rentals allowed in this HOA? So we can ask, and ChatPDF is actually able to find that out for us. And essentially it summarizes what the rules are for this HOA for doing a short-term rental. It says, yes, there are rules around short-term rentals for the Camino Village community. According to Section 22 on the First Restricted Declaration of Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions, no lot may be leased or rented for a period of less than 90 days. In general, it's good to always be a little careful with the responses you get back from a large language model. These questions and answers were very much prompt engineered to get the optimal result. In some cases that I tested, I saw that inaccurate information was returned or the model actually hallucinated, which means it made up things that were inaccurate or not true. So there you have it, 3 ways that you can use AI and large language models to summarize complex information for you. Are there any ways that you're taking advantage of tools like ChatGPT, Google Bard, or other AI-powered technologies? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you thought. Thank you and have a good day.